This video of mine is actually based on what happened yesterday. We all did see it. This particular headline, what was it? Microsoft outage is caused by CrowdStrike software and a lot of damage did happen. Now I'm not going deeper there, it's a huge article. Alright, this is from CBS and this is from the India Today site. Now people would have learned travel plans got stuck, businesses got stuck. Now my point here is, look, there are other alternatives besides Windows. I am not against using Windows. I myself use Windows, have used it. But for a lot of years these days, I use another operating system which is known as Ubuntu, Ubuntu. There are a lot of options apart from Ubuntu. Ubuntu did come in from Debian, Debian. Alright. Let me show the article here. See, now this is one article. Here, I'll just run down. It shows all the best operating systems. This came in from PC Mag. Now, there's something about Ubuntu here. How well it is being run and who are the people who use it. Alright. So, go through that when you get the time. And Ubuntu automatically came in from another powerful system which is known as Debian, Debian. Alright. Actually, it's actually the skeleton of Debian, but Debian is a little more sophisticated, more powerful, but Ubuntu is more known to the world, much more user friendly. So that's why I prefer to use Ubuntu. 24.04 is the latest version. Now going there, this is the home page of Ubuntu, ubuntu.com. Alright, and this is the installation part. I'll quickly run down the certain important parts here. First thing what you need to do is go to the desktop area. There's something called download there. So you'll see this particular button, green button there. Download it, and once the download is done, now you create a bootable disk. It is very easy. Windows people, you know it very well. There's a startup disk creator. You can create a disk. And once that disk is done, you can run it. So when you run it, you will have to restart. So when you restart, maybe for some systems, for me it is F9. Now when it goes to F9, it will show the pen drive. Then it will open up. For some it can be F12, whatever. So when you run that, automatically it will take you to the language part. So it is English here, since I use English. Then there are other options, very clear options, seeing, hearing, typing, whatever it is. So this is default on seeing. So I am taking it across. Then the particular keyboard, American English keyboard, is the one which I use normally. Then they'll ask you this question, whether it is connected to the net. So my preference is automatically, please connect it to the internet if you have a powerful line. Now if it's not a powerful line, you have to do it in the end. And then here's another version which says, install and try. If you're a new user, use the try part and run and see it. So once when you're satisfied with it, when you shut down, there will be a message which says, take the pen drive out and click enter. So when you click enter, it will be exactly as how it was earlier. Alright. So now since I'm in the installation mode, I'm not taking it there. Install it. Then they'll ask you certain, there's another important thing, whether it is interactive or automated. I choose the interactive one because that is much more better. Now, is it the default or the extended? Extended selection will have a lot of software coming in. So I prefer to choose the default. Some people use the extended one based on how they need to use it. Third party software, very important. Why? See, there are a lot of common software which we use when we are Windows users. If you just use the important, if you don't untick it, rather if you don't tick it, then some of those things will not be able to, we won't be able to use it here on Ubuntu, and we will start complaining about it. So let's not go that way. Click that. Then it will come to this one. How do you want to install it? Whether you want to erase the disk or use the along side option. Now here this is just a demo version here. In case if you have Windows already installed, it will ask you whether you need to install it beside it. So when you need to install Ubuntu beside it, please ensure that if there are unnecessary drives on Windows, delete them so that it will reflect when it is outside. Okay. Then the memory part and all that will come in. They'll ask you the username and password. Click the username and password. Ensure that you use a powerful password. Once that's all done, it will show the space ledgers. How much of thing is being installed, what is the remaining space and all that. Okay. And then they'll ask your location. If you are from Africa, now here the default part of it is on London. Now if I'm India, I need to drag it. I'll bring it near to the India location. Once all these things are done, this will be the message. It will reflect the space which is there, which is going to be deleted. Rather, this particular software is going to cover up that entire memory space. That will be the information which will be given here. So look at the partitions here. So once when you're done, you can click install. And from then onwards, the installation will happen slowly, one by one. And once it's all done, you can restart it with the restart now button down. Now a common question, how many people use Ubuntu? A lot of people use it worldwide. You can check it on the net. Now the other version, Debian. If you see the list of Debian users, it's a huge list. Look at this. Department of Informatics in Switzerland, then General Students Committee, then lot of departments from different countries, Czech Republic, Bolivia, the US, and the list goes. Now this is the Debian operating system which I have spoken to. Why I made you to read this is Ubuntu is actually using the skeleton of Debian. Anyway, so Ubuntu uses are more, and from here, how do we go forward? Now before I come to that part, look what all operating systems you have here. I'll minimize everything. You have a browser which is there for Windows, Firefox. The same here, instead of Chrome in Windows it is Chromium. You have a folder here. Then you have the Office package. What do you have for MS Office? Here something, it is known as LibreOffice, and by the way, LibreOffice is there on Windows as well. So Writer is actually the substitute for Word. Excel, for Excel it is Calc here, and for PowerPoint it is Impress here. You have the VLC and many other things. Now how do we go forward in depth? We'll watch it in the next video. So till then all, take care, bye.